Hello everybody and welcome to the Lookout stream. Finally we are together with you with the episode number 2. My name is Philip, I'm the top guy, the little top guy in the upper right corner. And guys, unmute yourself, introduce yourselves, we're live.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. I'm Mattia.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Damien.
Hello, Andrea here from Belgium.
And I am your cocky slug player, Charlie.
We know you.
Okay, guys, so we are here together to discuss the new reveals, the starter deck 14, but mostly also the BT10 cards that were revealed the past couple of days. Shall we start?
Absolutely.
Perfectly.
Mhm.
Come on.
So the first card is the leader from the starter deck. The front, Vegeta, Zeno, and Truck Zeno. Guys, some comments?
Well, for starter, I still like that they keep using you can only play mono black battle cards. Like we are going to get some multicolor black cards one day. It's still kind of nice, but the leader itself is sweet with, of course, its backside. But the front side is also nice because it has this alternative awakened effect on its own.
Exactly.
That's-
I'll flip the card now so the viewers can see the rest. There we go.
I wanted to say something about the other side actually. I think this leader has a lot of potential. I mean, it does come in a starter deck. Not to say that not all starter decks leaders are not really good. They are very, very good. Just depending on the support that they get. And this one, I think, will, as we will see a bit later, will get great support. And I've already seen ideas being thrown out that if you're playing this as a starter deck, you'll absolutely have to play 4 copies of each card that you get as a starter deck staple, meaning the 4 that we will go into next, giving a double strike to your Unison card, which we know so far that Unison cards are really tough to get out of the field. I mean, it's really hard to blow them up. You can remove markers from them, you can attack them, but that's it. That's how far we've gotten now with the reveals. But if you guys have any other things to say,
Are we still talking about the front or the back?
the back.
The back now.
Okay, yeah. It's interesting, but I would just like to comment on the activate main part since you mentioned Unison cards. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad, but for the upcoming set, it's extremely limited. There's only one mono black Unison card that can actually attack, and that one is like decent at best. So like for now, I'm not sure we'll be seeing if the first permanent Sparking 20 engine is good enough, then we're probably gonna see this card. But I think that like for now, we'll probably see it more in the future as it gets more unisons.
Maybe I just like the fact that it's actually all these cards are actually coming in for free. Even the Unison comes in for free, which is I think very, very good.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's see.
I also think that the fact that the SCR for this deck is a Unison mono black card could maybe give this a little bit of support. I mean, we don't know what SS4 Gogeta does yet, but once that effect is released, we could see how it communicates with this leader. But I think we need to keep our eyes open for that one.
Okay, and talking about Unison cards, we have the next card is a Unison card. Is the Super Saiyan Gotenks Fusion of Friendship. Guys, care to comment?
I mean,
I would just like to comment that it's a good card that because of the leader it enters play for free potentially. Of course, it has a good ability to gain markers, and the fact that it can gain dual attack is also good. Although his power is really low, you can modify the power in any other way. You can potentially give him even critical with the red freezer. You're not gonna play it, but you will combo with it. Also, you have the ability to give him double strike, and he will be okay with this leader. I don't know with what else, but with this leader, he's going to be fine.
I think with the future, with the fact you could get more mono black unison cards, like this is a good start, but obviously Shenron doesn't work well with this deck. This is good for now.
Yeah, because if you even play him in another deck, he can be okay. So he is generic in that kind of way.
Okay, we'll move the motions through the rest of the starter deck cards we have seen revealed so far. The next one is Time Agent Vegeta.
I mean, this card is it's plenty of things in one. He comes to the field for free. He's a 19k. I mean, it's so great by itself. It's a very high power card, and it's also a removal for lower drops. I like him.
I'll be the one who's going to shout out for the potentially Mass Saiyan Set 3 starter deck, and I will say that I will try to break that leader again and try to play these cards with him.
Good idea.
Mhm.
Okay.
Then,
Now if nobody has anything to comment with him, we have his namesake counterparts, Time Agent Trunks.
Trunks is funny. He's a self-awakener, I think, for this deck. So nothing more to say. He comes into the field for free. He's also a blocker. We can't forget that. Yeah. Also,
It works well with Mass Saiyan, like you mentioned earlier. This is good support for it. Obviously, mill 3. You could get the effect off. You can play this. You can get an extra card to hang. So that's always been one of Mass Saiyan's biggest problem is if it comes up against a hand destruction deck early on, it will get absolutely rinsed. But I feel like this could really provide it with a well-needed support.
Yeah, and not only a hand destruction deck, but any deck that can actually outstall it to turn 3, 4, 5, he loses steam. But this will compensate for it.
True. Let's see the next one. It's Supreme Halftime Guardian of Spacetime.
Well, I'm a big fan of the new multicolor super combos and all these kind of stuff that gives you +10 for free, and this is another one that gives you a +10 for free. I think in a black deck you will not have more than 5 cards in your hand because you will always be attacking and spending cards and manipulating your drop area. So I think this is a very good card. So basically, when you get a +10, it's going to end up in your drop area where. And it's most likely going to stay there until you play, let's say, Power Burst, and you can get it back with a Power Burst, which is great. Also, if it's milled from the top of your deck, it comes into play, so it will be a free 10k anyway. I think it's just a fantastic card.
Yes, and regardless of you playing this with a Black Saiyan leader or not, you can still use the first auto. For example, I mean, the 5 or less cards in hand generically speaks Majin Buu and BBD for itself.
Basically,
so
yeah.
The card will definitely have uses even in non-Saiyan decks.
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying.
I get it. Thank you, Mattia. Okay, we're finished with the starter deck cards, and now we're going to the set 10 cards. Starting with the only other Unison card revealed so far in this combination we had. It's the Shenron Unison of Rescue.
Yeah, this is bonkers. Like, this is really bonkers.
It's fantastic. It's what skill is needed. It's what support has been needed for this deck for a good amount of time. The fact that it works in any variant, so you could use it with red aggro with U4. You could use it for Gogeta plays, like with the blue decks. There's no wrong route with this. But if you are going to play skillless, this has to be a 4-off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. Moving on.
And
not
yes,
just
skillless, Mass Saiyan. I'm saying it again, Mass Saiyan. If you can play the Trunks Xeno, play the 2-drop skillless that gains critical with him. This card can give him double strike. Your leader can be critical and gain double strike with a Kraken Spacetime. So basically, you're constantly generating threats to your opponent's board and making pressure with him.
Okay, thank you, Ivan. Moving on, we're going to Bardock, the Resolute.
A lot of red aggro players have been really wanting this card for a long time. It's an extender. It would go well with the what's called the Gohan set 7 leader. I think it Assault of the
Yes.
Saiyans. It
Yeah.
would go very well with that.
I just want to say that I would like to play this card so bad because of the second effect. I mean, it's just you attack and then you will attack again.
Yeah,
You
basically
have
in
dual
any
attack.
in any way when you negate an attack when this card is in play, he will get another swing. So if you don't negate his skills with I don't know Vegeta's Final Flash, you will just see him try to attack you again. Yeah, it's 15k, but you have to defend against it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next one. Son Goku, Power of Legend.
Oh, this
No.
makes me happy.
Thank
Oh.
God he has critical.
I feel you, Charlie.
He does.
It's the card that Slug needed.
Honestly, I saw this card and now I want 4 pre-release versions of this. I need this card in my life at the most highest rarity I can get it. This is what Slug needed. And I know I've said this about every card that could be potentially good for Slug, but this was needed. And I just see turn 2, tapping 2, go into an Anguilla, swing with Anguilla, drop a card from the hand. Whether they take the crit, doesn't matter. Just play this, swing for another crit. Early on, hand advantage is a bit low. Do they want to discard another one? I've got my leader swinging for crit. I'll have 3 quit. 3 quit. Oh my god. 3 crit swings in one go. Like that is everything I want in life.
Well,
Unless you're playing another green deck and it plays the green Nimbus.
Don't say that to me.
Nimbus help you today.
That was ugly.
okay, well, moving on to the next card before we depress Charlie even more. It's Gravy, the Dark Sorcerer.
Mm,
Well, yeah.
Has Gravy always been this girthy? I never thought-
Yes. One of the version is girthy.
Big boy.
Indeed.
I know.
It's all right
but
for blue.
It's just the cloth. It's just the cloth. So he's basically a Baroque Empress, but it's okay. He's from the Demon Realm, so we shouldn't question him. I don't know. It's okay because he untaps an energy, but will he actually fit into a blue deck? Maybe in Trunks, but not in the Zamasu build because Zamasu depends too much on blue energy. He will be good when I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. What? When your energy or your opponent's energy leaves an energy area, yeah, he works with Zamasu with nothing else. Maybe with Trunks, but with the Zeno Unison, he's good,
mm,
but not breaking.
True.
yeah.
Okay, moving on. Putine or Poutine, never knew how to pronounce her name, the Dark Sorcerer.
I think it's a very
This-
good addition to Yellow.
I might disagree on that. Like, I don't know many yellow decks that are running around at the moment that could be a big of a threat. Like, the only thing I see with like switching cards to rest mode at the moment are either Bojack and nobody's playing Bojack, or potentially what we might get from the yellow set because we actually don't know what we're going to get yet. This could be good for those yellow decks, but for me, I just don't know how this can be that great. But
We
then
have
again,
to
I could
wait
be
that.
wrong.
Yeah, we have
I
to
think
wait,
that with the new Topo leader, this could be actually good because you can switch anything to rest mode with your super combo, or with the Bergamo. You can play her, and then whatever happens, she can play. She can be played on during your opponent's turn, and basically she can keep his battle cards rested. The only thing that worries me is the 5k power, which can be easily decreased. And she should be a dark sorceress, not a sorcerer. But again, Demon Realm. What do we know?
Yeah,
The
That-
demon realm has no genders.
don't judge,
Yeah.
don't judge. Okay,
Yeah, and since
Yeah.
she's an evil wizard, maybe she would be an evil witch rather than if we would discuss this. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
okay.
but nobody actually burned wizards on the stake. So
true. Well, somebody get Bandai on the phone, but in the meantime, the next card. Mira,
This card is insane.
Faithful Servant.
I mean, whenever they introduce a card that you can play for free, and it's a 2-drop, and it goes into a higher drop just by paying 3 energy, I mean, it's very strong.
It's made Towa relevant again in that
Yeah,
sense.
coming back.
Yeah, it definitely might. I mean, even if you don't play Towa or even Mira or the 5-drop, the 7-drop, this still can be plashed in any kind of a deck as just another body to hit. Yeah, in a Storm-esque deck.
Because it's not a once per turn effect, is it? So you could spam out. Actually, no.
But you should find a way to actually remove it from play. You should KO and then play another one. So there will be ways to do it.
Going forward to Majin Buu, Wickedness Incarnate.
So yeah, Bibbidi gained another boost, and it's all right. I mean, you have to filter some cards in some kind of way. If somebody builds the Vegings starter deck in mono black manner, you can use those draw potential. But basically, yeah, it's a cantrip. It's like the yellow ape Son Goku just for black.
It works well with the starter deck as well. But then again, would you play mono black energy? I know you have to, don't you? So yeah, this could be good for the new starter deck leader.
It also works for Hatch.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes,
don't
I know.
Don't
for
tell
the
them
Hatch
that.
Snakovich, yes, it works for him.
It does, and even has mentioned Vegix, so we have a few more cards regarding his face. Vegix Burning Impact Unleashed.
So it's a common.
It is a common, but still, we thought it was relevant to include it.
I was never a fan of Xeno Evolve, so I don't know. Well,
Why?
it doesn't cost.
Xeno Evolves does that. He enters play for in active mode, so it's okay. When your Vigings attacks, you can actually play him on top of him, send this one to the warp, and attack again.
I wish there was support for the Bardock Xeno Evolve from set 3. That was such a good card. I wish they'd provide some support for that. Hopefully we'll get some in the anniversary box.
I really like the 6-drop, the next card that's coming up.
Yes, and let's move on to that one. Still Vegix, but Space-Time Synthesis this time.
I like this one a lot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's okay. I mean, he's basically a 3-drop that can be, and you can play him with the Trunks and Vegeta and Warp, so it's all right. And also, what?
I mean,
you get a card
need
from
cards
this, so it replaces itself.
Yeah.
To bring cards from the Warp back.
And he does have a lot of targets. I mean, the Time Regulator, Trunks, and Vegeta, those are still relevant cards. Maybe this will be used in a way I don't know, maybe Towa because of the Time Regulator, but maybe not.
There's also that Vegeta promo where you overrun for 3, play it, it's got critical. When you play this, mill the top 3. So that'd be good for the starter deck leader for an early swing for crit, because you could just play it and then just replace the cards that you used. So I wouldn't say that's a bad shout.
Okay. We mentioned Towa, and here she is, Towa Twisted Sister. The counterplay card.
Not sure. It's gonna draw. Well, it replaces itself, and if there is really something important to pick in your opponent's drop area, like Brienne, then
just
it's
like Brienne, like the Goku, any card. This is any card. It's not a battle card. You can actually take a negate, the ones that are activated from the drop area. You can use basically for anything. I mean, the card looks good, but will it be great? I think the next meta will actually tell us that. But yeah, Twisted Sister like the band. Come on, dude. It has to be okay.
It's going to be a good side deck card, I think.
Yes.
Yes, if you side it, you can always use it if you see that something needs removing from the drop. Okay, and after her, another Mass Saiyan card. Secret Identity Mass Saiyan.
The improved 5-drop.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look like Goku Black? I think that's Goku Black. I don't know.
Bardock Black, you mean?
That's not Bardock. It's not.
Yes, it is.
Bardock.
No, it's not. No.
I'm actually still surprised that it's a
No,
secret
it's not, it's
identity after
Yamcha.
all these cards.
What? No, it's Bardock. Maybe you don't recognize him because he's not screaming Frieza.
No,
It's Bardock.
people, clearly, it's Jigglypuff looked from above.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still believe that the 5-drop Mass Saiyan that does the same thing but for 1 energy is a bit better because it has double strike. Even though I do appreciate this card because it enters play for free. I mean for Overwhelm 6 and no
Still
energy.
Dude, it enters play for free, and it's also a 0-5K combo.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
You
it's
can
25, not
give him
20.
double strike with the energy, but I don't know, just for him entering free and being really good removal for killing a Boonie, just for for kicks. This is great.
And
It
I think
is.
if you liked Towa, you'll like the next card as well.
Oh yes, the first card that actually is a counter attack, but not a battle card. Burning Impact.
This
Yes,
would be
Andrea.
great. This would be great if this was a active main. In
Yeah,
my opinion.
I agree. I agree.
I actually disagree. I think it's good for it to be a counter attack because after your opponent uses his Rebrians to combo it into the drop, you can actually use this on the next attack and remove them if he doesn't actually play them or any kind of way. It's an okay card for me.
it's still something that can be used against Boo, for example. I mean, they are constantly attacking, and you just pick 2 cards that they would, want to reuse.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
And
Virus
can-
and stuff like that. On the
Yeah.
Lazas.
you can use it for free actually as well if you have, the Unison card.
And then we finally have an uncommon in the next one.
There we go. Time bullets.
It's okay.
Not
Yeah.
great. Yeah, not great,
see.
not bad, but it's just okay.
Would you rather use this or Super Kamehameha?
Super Kamehameha
Yeah.
every time, every day of the week.
I agree.
It even targets a 3-drop or less, so it definitely has a bigger advantage in the targeting.
Yeah, but then again, the Kamehameha works on 4 life or less. This works all of the time. I'm actually really hesitant to say that this is worse. I think it's okay maybe in the next meta or in a different context. But yeah, the Kamehameha looks better, and it is better for now because we are adjusted to a certain mindset. But I think that this card will not be printed in vain.
And okay, the penultimate card is the only promo card we have here today. Towa, Dark Sorceress.
We've had a lot of these 4-drop Towas that evolve for 1 energy, haven't we?
Yeah.
This
We
is
had-
actually a very good one. I think this is a very good one.
Why? She evolves from a 2-drop Towa. It's not that special.
It's okay. It's okay. But you will play the 2-drop Towa because it comes into play for free, no? The 2-drop Towa. No, it's Mira, sorry. The 2-drop Towa. What is a 2-drop Towa?
There was
What is
one
a
that
2-drop
people were
to?
using back in the day when Broly players were running around, where you'd steal your opponent's 1-drop. I can't remember what that was.
Right, yeah. Well, wasn't that a 3-drop? Or was it a 2-drop?
Well, to be fair, if it's 3, it doesn't matter because it says 2 or more, so it's not
That's good.
specified.
Yeah.
It was a Dark Overwhelm card, I believe.
There were a lot of these 4-drop Overwhelm or Dark Overwhelm Towas.
Yeah, it's
But-
true.
It's
The one
okay.
from set 4, the promo one, the one from expansion pack.
She's fine. She's fine. She's like 6 out of 10.
Yeah. In that costume, I give it a 7. But anyway, let's
your
go
4
to
out
the
of
next
10?
one.
Okay. And the
Now we know his preferences.
I know who's eager to comment on this card.
Yes. We intentionally put this card as the last one because there's a lot of opinions on this card. Mechikabura, the Broken Seal. I believe it actually confused a lot of the player base, positively, negatively. I just wanted to say 2 things before Garan actually, rips it open. Two things: you have to use both the cost and the name at the same time, so you cannot eliminate all one costs or two costs. I saw something on the forums. And also, one thing that it actually will be good at is for some cards that actually cannot be countered. But I'll give this one to Gavra now, please.
Yes, finally. Okay, well, everything what you said fits, but I'm of the opinion that it's not good. Okay, I'm not saying that it's complete garbage fire. It's very meta dependent, but it's certainly not as good as the internet is hyping it. Like, no. First off, it's a battle card, and it's not a counter play, counter attack, counter anything. It's a denial card that costs 2, that requires you to commit your own 2 resources on your turn to try to predict what your opponent has, to try to stop them. Worst case, in an effort to slow down your opponent, you wasted your turn. Best case, okay, you stopped something. The problem is, unlike counterplay cards, or unlike counter cards in general, your opponent doesn't get to play the card that you specified, but he still has his all resources on his turn. You can play it on like turn 4, on your turn, try to stop him from playing something. You pass the turn, his turn is, he still has 4 energy ready. So just play something else. Second, it doesn't replace itself. So, okay, maybe if you draw a card, it might be too good, but at this, not sure. Okay, yeah.
I would like to just say that it does replace itself with the activate main effect. It searches for a Dark Dragon Ball, so maybe it will be dependent on the Dark Dragon Ball archetype. The second thing I would like to add is, if you actually play him and have knowledge of your opponent's hand, you are in a very beneficial state. So basically, if you're playing Invoker, he can be really good. I will leave the rest of the solo for you. Come on, Goran.
Okay, so what you said fits. If you play Invoker, it can be good, but the situation is it's very situational in a way that, for example, if this card came out when we had Hero the Gunstorm deck, it would be absolutely bonkers. It would be insane. But you can use the argument like, yeah, you're slowing your opponent down. You waste their turn. They can't react, especially if you're doing this like in against aggro decks in early turns. But what you actually did is you have your own play that you're trying to commit to before your opponent smashes you with his aggro deck, and you're playing this, let's say, turn 2 to try to slow them down. You've expended your resources, you've stopped him, and you also prolonged your gameplay. It doesn't affect your end goal in a positive manner. It doesn't drive you anywhere. If it said like play it, try to deny something, draw a card, fine. It at least puts you in a somewhat decent position, even if you miss completely.
But this card isn't something that is meant to be played in every deck. So
It's
definitely not. Decks like Invoker or some deck that go into turn 5, 6, 7 will use this card in any kind of advantage. Secondly, I would just maybe like to clarify or ask for clarification. It says character name. So that's not the card name, but the character name, for example, Mekidabura.
Yes, and the bottom right corner. So if you ban Son Goku, your opponent can play actually Son Goku Childhood, Son Goku Xeno, or something like that, because that's the full character name.
Yeah, and
or look, it works this way now, but maybe in a couple of days they will put a Q&A and actually clarify things.
Quite possibly, but it's probably this, and I believe if you're going to use this card, you'll have to be careful to be really specific.
I will put my argument forward now, and I would say this is a good sideboard card, in my opinion, for decks like Piccolo. This is good for decks that can go long, and it's good against decks that play a named archetype. For example, say you're coming up against a baby deck. You are sorted against a baby deck because all they play is baby. Unless they go into the Super Saiyan 3, then fair play. They can Super Saiyan 4, sorry. Then that's fine. This is good for, say, rogue Broly players. Like, if you've come up against a Broly BR player, you can just tap 2, play this. Okay, Broly BR. Their whole next turn is basically skipped unless they play Paragus. But even then, why would they play Paragus if they're not going to go into the next Broly? I'm mostly thinking about rogue decks right at the moment that are playing named archetype-specific decks. This is all right against it. I would not say this is a main board card unless you are playing a Dark Demon Realm Saga team. If so, then that works.
Yeah, maybe just to give my 2 cents as well. I think this card will be played depending on the meta that we'll be seeing. First of all, I think it will fit any deck just because it's late game protection. I don't want to play it on turn 4. I don't want to play it when I don't have to play it. But when I want to play it, it will be played because it has deflect. And it will allow me, if I play Broly Crown of Retribution to see my opponent's hand, to see exactly what he has in his hand and what I don't want him to play. He can play the rest if he wants, but I will still survive that turn. If I say Son Goku, I will not be hit by a victory strike next turn for sure. And these are the threats that I need to have stopped.
Guys.
See? So yeah.
Guys, this says cards, not battle cards. This can target unisons.
Can it? Can it?
No, it doesn't have a name.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah.
If it does have a name, then
Yeah.
it won't work.
Doesn't have a name. Come on.
Yeah, almost there.
Well,
But
in
no
theory,
cigar.
in theory, if you were to play this on turn 0 before the leaders can ever be placed, you can technically prevent your opponent to play a leader.
Oh yeah, this is the fan
Why did you
fiction
have
part
to
where you
say
can give triple strike to a victory strike. Yeah, and give yourself 3 rounds. Okay.
Yes, of course. Yeah, just saying.
Guys.
Okay.
Came to the end of the show, right, Philip?
Exactly. We went through all the cards we were meaning to speak about, and this is basically it. Thank you guys for coming, for taking the time to collect our thoughts about this. And thank you, dear viewers, for supporting us.
Yeah, thank you guys. And Philip, thank you. Thank you for setting all this up. You were working around the clock to get everything right, and I think it worked. So thank you.
Yes, and I hope I'll continue improving on all the things so we get even better, supports. And guys, thank you, and keep a lookout for more content.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 So